Hi, I'm Sandy Speicher. I live in San Francisco, California, USA. I'm a designer and an educator, and um, I don't know, spent about almost 2 decades at the design and innovation firm IDEO, where I was everything from an intern all the way to the CEO and a bunch of things in between.
How do you think those new technologies and AI specifically can enhance this aspect of design and
I started in my career as a graphic designer. I hear you're studying that as well.
yeah, I'm studying graphic design now.
Well, what I learned in my graphic design education was really about how things look, how to communicate, and how to communicate that through the aesthetics, how we organize information, how we kind of move hearts and minds. Like we learn about the aesthetic principles to put stuff together to communicate clearly and compellingly. I grew from being a graphic designer into the designer of education systems. I think AI gives us the opportunity to do that again. If you want to connect with someone around the world who's pursuing similar questions as you, historically, what you would have to do is say, does anybody know somebody who also cares about this? Does anybody, you'd have to chase it down. But if we have tools that can process all this information, that system can know all of us and help match us. So I think there are exciting opportunities ahead that help connect people to people. I consider myself like an AI optimist, but also like AI curious, like what is going on? So I
Same,
think
yes.
holding that question is a very good thing. I'm glad you have that question. And
Okay. This is very actual. You said about the um, evolution of these AI design tools, and
Yeah.
it's for some people it's scary because we're like, oh no, it's gonna take our jobs. What is it gonna do to us? And so you think as a tool, designers and artists can just live with AI side by side and work with it?
I do.
Okay,
That's the shortest answer I've got for you. I do.
okay.
And I think it's going to be disruptive.
Disruptive, okay. Like it's gonna change a lot of things. People are gonna be uncomfortable. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe even lose some jobs might go
that's
extinct.
right.
But
That's
again,
right.
like there were some factory worker jobs, and people always talk about how this is another industrial revolution and all that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think you can see it that the world is changing and that changes things. And part of, I think, navigating, surfing the wave of that change has to do with seeing beyond what you think the job was and finding how it can evolve. So if you only see yourself as a graphic designer in the way that you're learning right now, these technologies will be able to replace that very
yeah,
quickly. But if you see the component skills that you're learning and you can see where that can take you as the world evolves and you let yourself grow through that evolution, you'll have places to evolve. Now I'm going to put the question back to you.
sure,
How do
yeah.
you feel using these tools?
I mean, I've for the last like 3 years, I think, I've been like living with AI and seeing people use it, but I'm kind of skeptical. I think because I'm probably scared of change. I've been my whole life just in school with no access to any of these tools, and out of nowhere, everyone's using these. They got all the answers in the palm of their hands, and like everything is so different.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like, okay, let's calm down a bit.
Yeah.
And what does it do? How can it help me become like a better person, become like smarter and learn more things? And so at the same time, curious and scared. I do use it like sometimes to help me write, to help me like to help me practice in graphic design. I use it to make up like companies and briefings for me
Yeah.
to do. So
Oh, that's cool. That's a
that's
good
cool, right? Yeah,
idea.
that's
I
it.
love that idea. One thing I wonder about, the name of it is artificial intelligence, and I know that's kind of true. I wonder if it had a different name, if we'd have a different relationship with it. Like the way that way that we're primarily using it is we are navigating the world's collective intelligence to get information. And so I wonder if it were called collective intelligence, if we would be more inclined to want to contribute to it rather than only receive it. And that's in order for AI to be continuously relevant for us, people have to keep creating knowledge so that AI can learn the new knowledge and integrate the new knowledge into the way that we've synthesized it. I think it's a David Bowie song, who is sort of head in the clouds and feet on the ground. To me, that's the most fun space to be as a designer. I can imagine. I can see new opportunities. I can see the what if, but I can also bring it to the ground, make it real, and make sure that we're experiencing the world in a new way as a result of those possibilities. So our job options will expand because we're going to thinking and acting like a designer will be essential in creating systems anew. So the question is, can you see yourself that way?